Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tip. Max back with you for the weekend ads for week 17. Let's get down to business right away and look at the best available options under 70% rostered for this weekend. We've got a light schedule ahead of us. There's only 4 games on Friday, 9 games on Saturday, and 9 games on Sunday. For Friday and Saturday, only one team in action. It's the Nashville Predators. And they've won 7 of their last 10 games, and they've been scoring a lot of goals. At number 1, Ryan O'Reilly. He's the best option here. Top power play alongside Josie, Stamkos, and Forsberg. Fedor Sveshkov has 4 points in the last 4 games with a decent floor. His line mate Tommy Novak has 6 points in the last 4, but no hits and blocks at all. At number 4, Gus Nyquist, line 2, PP2. Zachary Lheureux, line 3, PP2 with an amazing floor. Since being back, he's got 3 assists, including 1 on the power play, 11 shots, and 19 hits in 7 games. Colton Sissons has 12 points in 47 games, but 10 of those points came in the last 12 games. And finally, Brady Shea and Justin Barron are the last decent options for Friday, Saturday, as I don't trust Inostroza even in the top 6. Brady Shea is overvalued at 41% rostered right now. If you take away Shea's 3 multi-pointers in the last 25 games, he only has 1 goal in the last 22 games with very low peripherals. Very risky, high risk, high reward. For Friday and Sunday, we have the Buffalo Sabres, Colorado Avalanche, Columbus Blue Jackets, Dallas Stars, St. Louis Blues, Vancouver Canucks, and the Utah No Names. A lot of good and deep options here. At number 1, Jonathan Drouin. He's the easy number 1 stream for me. Plays top line, top power play with Mac and now Nakish. He has 5 multi-pointers in the last 13 games, by far the highest ceiling. Kent Johnson has 10 points in the last 11 games, including 7 in the last 6. Adam Fantilli was ranked number 22 on average last week in points leagues when he had a hat trick and a 2-assist game. He's thriving on the top line, top power play without Sean Monahan. Archie Lehkonen, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points in the last 9 games, top power play. Not enough people are talking about how good Logan Cooley has been. He's almost at a point per game pace. Nick Schmaltz has 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points in the last 9 games. They're both top line, top power play. Jason Zucker, second line, top power play with 36 points on the year. 2 multi-pointers in the last 4 games. Another great option in Columbus is Dmitry Voronkov, 3 points in the last 4 games, although he's slowed down a little bit. And I couldn't pick one between the two. Jake Neighbors, Braden Shen, great hitters, good shot volume. I love St. Louis for streamers. Braden Shen has 11 points in the last 13 games, dating back to December 29th. They're both top power play. Their teammate is doing even better, Dylan Holloway. He has 18 points in the last 15 games, second line PP1. JJ Peterka, 3 points in the last 3 games, line 1 PP1. Casey Middlestat, 5 points in the last 5 games. Dylan Cousins, line 2 PP2, averages above 2 shots and 2 hits per game. Jamie Benn is a little overvalued and over-rostered with a single goal in the last 8 games, but he's still a decent option. We had Cooley and Schmaltz. Now here's Barrett Hayton and Matthias Maccelli. Hayton has 8 points in the last 6 games. Maccelli has 5 in the last 7. They're both line 2 PP2 options. And Yuri Kulish, first line center in Buffalo for now. 4 points in the last 4 games. PP2 option. He actually has an amazing shot. Luca Del Beluz was tearing it up in the AHL with 37 points in 34 games, and he now has 7 points in 9 games since being called up. This is a very sneaky pick, line 2 PP2 option in Columbus. Connor Garland, Jake DeBrusk, very low peripherals, high risk, high reward, and at your own risk. I think there's better out there. Vancouver's not doing well recently. JVR very quietly has 12 points in his last 12 games. Excellent deeper league option. Yevgeny Dadonov, first line PP2 in Dallas. Logan Stankov in third line PP2. Jack Quinn, boomer bust, PP1 in Buffalo. Nils Oglander, first line PP2 in Vancouver. And one guy I always loved, some of you guys might know, Jack Drury. Happy he gets a chance in the Colorado top 9. I think it's only a matter of time before we see him on PP2. There's a chance he even slots in the top 6 at some point. He's got 2 goals since joining Colorado, and other options here included Lawson Krause, Parsinen, and Colton from Colorado, Zach Benson and Peyton Krebs from Buffalo, but most of them have been extremely underwhelming recently. Now, Saturday and Sunday, we have the Calgary Flames, Detroit Red Wings, Florida Panthers, and both New York teams. At number 1, Alexis Lafreniere, 6 points in the last 6 games. Looks like he's back. Patrick Kane, if Showtime is healthy, is always a dangerous streaming option. Brock Nelson, 5 goals, 5 assists in the last 8 games. Nazem Kadri, top line, top power play, incredible shot volume. Anders Lee already has 37 points, the same amount he got last year in 33 less games. Absolutely phenomenal. Jonathan Huberdeau is having a good season so far, top line, top power play. A couple of Panthers, second and third line centers, Sam Bennett, Anton Lundell, both play PP2, they're both safe plays. Yegor Sharangovich, 7 points in the last 7 games, top power play. Will Quealy plays line 2 with Zibanejad and Smith, third in the league for hits with 177. Cal Palmieri, 5 points the last 5 games, PP2 option. If Marco Kasper is still top line when Showtime comes back, he'll have a lot of value in deeper leagues. Martin Pospisil, 10th in the league for hits, decent shots, plays on an offensive-minded line right now with Sharangovich and Kuzmenko. I like him. Matt Coronado, line 2, PP1. He will have his chances, but his lack of peripherals scare me a little bit. Riley Smith, line 2, PP2 option. 4 points in the last 2 games. Jacob Pelletier, top line in Calgary with Huberdeau and Kadri, but no power play time for now. Philip Hedl, line 3, PP2, who averages a point every 2 games. Rough season for Vladimir Tarasenko, but I don't mind gambling on him for back-to-backs. Jesper Boquist has been scoring some goals in the last few weeks. His floor is really good, but he plays no power play time. Mikael Backlund, line 2, PP2, should be doing a lot more. Anthony Duclair, the comeback's been rough for the Duke, line 2, PP2. I hope things turn around for him. And probably should have been a bit higher up on the list, but Blake Coleman is a decent option. Now on to defensemen. Aaron Ekblad, top power play with Florida. Easily the best option. Justin Falk has a decent floor to go along his PP1 spot. Tony DeAngelo with Dobson out. DeAngelo is in. Why not? PP1. And he got 25 minutes in his first game. This will be really interesting. Philip Ronek, PP2, 4 points in 6 games since being back. Owen Power, 3 points in the last 5 games, PP2 in Buffalo. Alex Romanov has the safest floor, shoots, hits, blocks. 3 points in the last 4 games. Cam Fowler, PP2 in St. Louis. 13 points in 20 games since joining the Blues. Brady Shea, we spoke about him earlier. PP2 option, boomer bust. Bowen Byram, top pair with Rasmus Dahlin. He did lose his PP2 spot, so at your own risk. Dante Fabro, one of the most undervalued defensemen in fantasy. Amazing blocks, decent shots, little bit of hits. Too bad he doesn't get power play time. Keandre Miller, PP2 in New York. Michael Kesselring, PP2 option. Sam Girard, PP2 in Colorado. Justin Barron, 3 points and 14 shots in the last 6 games. Nate Schmidt, PP2 in Florida. Eza Lindell, very good shot blocker. A little bit of everything for the rookie Simon Edvinsson, 19 points in 45 games. Ben Sherratt is actually on the PP2 in Detroit for now. John Marino, PP2, 3 assists in the last 5 games. And finally, if you want decent floors, Lyubushkin, Liam Bichel, Luke Shen, one thing they have in common, they all throw their bodies, they block shots, they can get the occasional points. This one is definitely more for Cats leagues and deeper points league. Now, Sunday goalies, in my opinion, Scott Wedgwood would be in a great spot at home against the Flyers if he draws the start. Spencer Knight, I like Florida at home against the Islanders. Casey DeSmith could get the Sunday matchup at home following his shutout last week. At your own risk, wait for the confirmation, of course. Jakub Dobes hasn't had a regulation loss so far, which makes me confident in streaming him against Anaheim. The Ducks are not a powerhouse either. Jake Allen is a stream and keep. He should be 60% rostered by mid-February. However, this is not the easiest matchup. But like I said, I think Jake Allen is a stream and keep. Markstrom is out for a while, and the Devils are going to keep winning some games. They're going to win more than they're going to lose. Connor Ingram has been playing really good hockey overall. I like Utah at home. And finally, flip a coin if they even play. Jonathan Quick, Ilya Samsonov. Flip a coin on who to stream, on who you think is going to win this matchup. Vegas Rangers, it's going to be a tight one. John Gibson, Luka Dostal. This might be the sneaky play. Yes, Montreal has beaten top teams recently, but the Ducks are at home and you never know. Cam Talbot in Vancouver. Canucks aren't doing well recently, but I don't trust the Wings defensemen. But Talbot is a better option than these other guys. Sam Ersson, Elvis Merzlikins, Skarek, who's actually the number 2 in New York for the Islanders right now, and Dan Vladar. If your back is against the wall, these are the leftover options, but they're going to start in terrible matchups. Now, let's take a look at the category section. We'll start with the shots. Nazem Kadri 3.3, Sam Bennett 3, Lee 2.9, Stankoven 2.7, Backlund 2.6, Nelson 2.5, Coronado, Sillinger, Colton 2.4, and Blake Coleman 2.3. For the blocks, we've got Ian Cole at 2.8, Dante Fabro 2.4, Romanov 2.3, Lindell 2.2, Ollie Mata, and Tony DeAngelo at 2. For the hits, Liam O'Brien 4.4, Luke Shen 3.7, Queely 3.6, Olivier 3.5, Nathan Walker, Liam Bishop 3.5, Pospisil, Jack McBain 3.4, and Zachary Lheureux at 3.1. For face-offs, we have Mikael Backlund 9.4, O'Reilly 9.2, Brock Nelson 8.3, Nazem Kadri 8.2, Braden Shen 7.6, Cousins 7.5, McLeod 7.3, Kevin Stenlund 7, Anton Lundell and Sam Bennett at 7 and 6.7. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like the content, click the like button, subscribe to our channel. It's always appreciated. And before I leave you guys, I want to shout out a couple of great guys from my city who are competing at the Montreal Casino this Thursday, January 30th. Theo Owusu and Maslow Magdanis, who's main eventing the boxing event. He stands at 20 wins, 0 losses, 0 ties. He's the WBC International Welterweight Champion, and he's held a few titles along the way. I invite you guys to buy the pay-per-view or just stream the event. Show some support for the Canadian fighters. These guys are actually amazing people out of the ring and deserve all the love they can get so they can actually go get better opportunities. So good luck, boys. Good luck to all fantasy players. And as for me, I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.